Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Beyond Light Season of the Splicer intel. And today, once again, is Friday. Our Friday update has arrived. XUR, Mr. Spaghetti Face, has returned. Trials of Osiris has also returned. So we're going to cover both of those things, as well as any other glitches, cheeses, or farms that are still in the community, or ones that possibly have been patched, because there was a few big ones patched this week. But before we get into all that information, I just want to remind everybody I'm still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel. The next one will be at 50,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on all the post notifications, the bell that's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And as always, if you stick around till the end of the video, you can leave a secret hashtag in the comments section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. Remember, those secret hashtags, they stack between all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, why not go back, check out another video, and of course do it again. Okay, for today, XUR is selling a pretty awesome Trials weapon. This is a go-to for anybody who's a novice to Trials. The hard light, at least it was. I don't know if it still is. I don't know where 600 RPM auto rifles are lying as far as the meta is concerned. My Hung Jury still seems to be pretty good, or excuse me, my Gnawing Hunger, not Hung Jury. I was farming for the Hung Jury, and I actually do kind of like it. That sniper rifle returning from D1, pretty good in D2. But my Gnawing Hunger, which is a 600, is still doing pretty good in Control. I haven't really tried it in Trials yet, but might be something to consider as it still has the ricochet rounds. We have the young Ahamkara's Spine for the Hunter class with a 64 total roll. Ability damage grants enhanced trip mines. 64 total roll, pretty good. Fairly good distribution too, with 12 mobility, 17 recovery, and 17 strength, 13 discipline. We have the Crest of Alpha Lupi for the Titan class with a 62 total roll, also still not bad. 16 strength, 13 mobility, more orbs from supers, casting barricade heals. So if you don't have that, maybe pick it up. I haven't used this particular exotic in quite a while. And then we have for the Warlock class, we have the Eye of Another World. Definitely the coolest name, in my opinion, of all these exotics here today. 61 total roll though, so fairly meh. 62 recovery, which isn't bad, or 22 recovery, which isn't bad, but overall 61, not that great. Marks, priority targets, and buffs ability regen. I haven't found a place for this exotic particularly as of yet. We got the exotic Ingram. Remember that you can buy any of these on your top character. So for example, if you have a character that is past the soft cap of 1310, you can buy a 1310 piece of gear for another class, maybe one that you haven't quite leveled up yet, and transfer them over, give them a 1310 piece of gear, give them a little power bump. Always remember to do that. Something more prevalent at the beginning of each season, but it's still kind of the beginning of a season. We're only, what, week 3 of Season of the Splicer? Yeah, I think it's week 3. Remember, you can also get your exotic cipher. I always suggest get an exotic cipher now if you can, because there are some weapons in the tower kiosk, specifically the Sleeper Simulant, which do really well in the Vault of Glass raid. And because of other things sort of maybe being taken out, particularly certain farm glitches, things like that do basically just max base DPS might actually become more relevant again. I know a lot of people probably haven't been using the Sleeper that much, even though it does do pretty good against the Templar and Atheon. I know a lot of people more have been going with the mod stacking of Breach and Clear and running Anarchy, like I am. But Sleeper is still there, so you need a exotic cipher to be able to buy a Sleeper from the tower kiosk. So maybe make sure that you have one. Remember, if you already have an exotic cipher, you will not be able to pick up this quest. So I still get comments every once in a while of why can't I actually get an exotic cipher? It's because you probably already have one, so go spend it. Buy a Sleeper Simulant. I don't know if the Anarchy is an exotic cipher as well, but either case, always good to have an exotic cipher lying around. And that's it for XUR today. Or maybe I'll just buy just for you viewers, let's see what I can get from a random Ingram. It's not like I don't have enough legendary shards. We got the Winter's Gale. I feel like I already have a ton of these. Yes, I do. What was the roll on it? 67. Okay, well, I can't argue with the 67 total roll, so I'll upgrade a little bit. Give me the new one. Not a bad day. All right, moving on. Trials of Osiris, once again, has returned. And this week, the map is the Distant Shore. A couple of places on that. It's another one of those Earth... Well, is it on Earth? I don't know. It has that sort of same geometry, where a lot of jagged edges. There used to be a fairly prominent glitch on this map. I think... the original one obviously was fixed. Then there was a second one that didn't get fixed for quite a while, and I don't know if it's been fixed now. Maybe we'll go and check out this map really quick towards the end of the video. But the reward for 3 wins is the Shora's Wrath submachine gun, which I was lucky enough, where did I put it? There it is, to acquire. I think the last time it was available, maybe a couple of weeks ago. I got kill clip. I was happy with it. This is actually a pretty good PvE weapon, surprisingly. Submachine guns, still good in the game. I don't know what the win rewards are for 5 and 7 wins, as well as the Flawless. Flawless might be the Adept version of this. Sometimes it is. But those will be listed also in the description box down below at the time of posting. At the time of making this, I didn't know. But at the time of posting, you will know. So check down there for 5, 7, and Flawless wins. In other news, as I take us just briefly, because I don't want to forget, we're going to go and load into that map really quick, Distant Shore, just to see if this one particular glitch is still working. Game options. Let me just make sure that I have, let's see. Map, respawn time, game type. Let's put it on Mayhem. Let's put that respawn time 0. Just to check out. But in other news, pretty big patch this week to the raid. I was very sad about it. The cheese for Atheon is no longer. You didn't know if you didn't get a chance to use it. Basically, at the end of the Gate Lord encounter, after you got your loot, if you had everybody jump off the edge of the map, the 2 players that were on Venus, even though it's all Venus, I know, but the 2 people that were on the green Venus, some people like to say Venus and Mars. I don't blame them. It looks like Mars. Come on. That's not Venus. Even though I know it's Venus, it's not Venus. But the 2 people that were in the green zone of Venus would then be able to respawn on Venus, and for some reason Atheon was on Venus. I don't know why. He would be there, he wouldn't be moving, but he would take all the damage. You could kill him there, and then you would just need to go back to the normal zone, the throne room there, start the encounter. Atheon would immediately die, and you would get loot. That is no longer the case. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I'm sure that either Atheon is no longer on Venus, or maybe he doesn't take damage. So that's sad, because that was a really fun thing. So no more Venus cheesing of Atheon. But, and I do emphasize there is a but here, the Templar is still a fairly easy farm, and you can still save checkpoints there. It's probably the best spoils farm at the moment. I'm going to cover a whole bunch of spoils farms and glitches in a video upcoming in the next week, because things, like I said, have changed. But there also was a way, and this was sort of discovered towards the very end of last season, or right before the raid actually dropped, right before Vault of Glass actually was released. There was a new sort of yeet glitch, and people might not know what that is, but a way of basically changing the mechanics of any encounter, really, but to allow a specific class, in this case it was a Stasis Warlock, a way of actually just pushing enemies off a ledge. And you could do this with several bosses. Morgoth was one of the ones that a lot of people were doing it with. But this was also, you were also able to do this with Atheon, and actually it scared Bungie enough to actually tell the people who were going to be competing in Worlds First that if you push Atheon off the ledge, it will not count as a World's First completion. Now, it might not count for certain things like triumphs, as did the previous glitch of going to Venus and killing him, but so long as you can still get the loot, that's really what most people care about. So I don't know how this Yeet glitch is still, if it is still functioning. We did have a big update to Stasis recently, so maybe it's not functioning, but the way it used to function was essentially you would go to your Stasis subclass, and while you activated the super, you would jump off a ledge while the super was activated. And if you did that 5 times, for some reason, any sort of basic glide, so if I were to do like, this, just sort of glide down into something, for some reason that glide, if it ran into an enemy, would push that enemy. It would give you, it would really push them, like send them flying. I don't know if that's still working, but it might be something to try if you're still looking for a good Atheon cheese. One thing that they did fix that they also didn't fix was the Gate Lord encounter. There was several cheeses to that particular encounter that allowed people to kill the Praetorians without using the relic. They fixed one of those. That was for the Prometheus lens, I believe, which I actually never used, but apparently the Prometheus lens could overpenetrate the Praetorian shields, and you could still kill them without actually having to use the relic to take down their shields. So they say that was fixed. That's great. But there were others. And the one that I always used was for the Colony, the grenade launcher. For some reason, Colony, I don't have it on me for some reason. I thought I did. But for some reason, if you just muzzle stuffed one of those Praetorians with the Colony and shot, the whatever their rounds are, the nanite rounds, would go through their shield and just like one-shot them. It actually killed the Praetorians even faster than the relic did. I don't know if they fixed that one. They mentioned Prometheus lens specifically, but they did not mention the Colony. Also, the Telemetry scout rifle. I have to actually go into my collections and see if this one is still in there. Let me go see. It was a energy scout. I know it's still here, but I never used it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Maybe it was in this area? I can never remember where these things are sometimes. But in any case, that also worked. This was I believe it was the scout rifle that lets you sort of overcharge with a seeking round. Can't remember exactly, but try them both out. The one with the Colony, it worked so well. So Prometheus lens might have been fixed, but for that Gaylord encounter, that one might still work. That is really it as far as cheeses and glitches go, but we'll see if this still works. So as you can see, we're on the distant shore, and you used to be able to actually get behind this wall. At the same time, you could also tuck yourself up into this corner. So let me see if I can make that jump. Gotta get on something a little higher up. Maybe, nope. Maybe over here on this rock. Jump up to top of this rock. Okay, that didn't work, but that still kind of worked. You can see where I was going here. You kind of have to jump up to that side. Let's see from here. I don't know, people. I don't know if this one's gonna work anymore. Man, Bungie, I really wish you'd just leave all these little spots alone. It's the only thing that gives me a chance in trials, honestly. try using our super. Maybe that'll help. Let's jump up. I think they put an invisible wall there, if I'm not mistaken. You can see you used to be able to get back in there. Maybe to get right on the ledge. Doesn't seem to work anymore. At least not consistently enough to actually be a viable option for an extra little cheese spot. But thank you all so much for watching today. Sorry some of the information didn't pan out with that particular place, but use everything else I mentioned, just things to keep you updated on as more come, as more cheeses, glitches come, and also look for spoils info over the course of the weekend. You know, I'll let you know about it. For the secret hashtag, you can leave in the comment section today. Leave a hashtag XUR or a hashtag Trials of Osiris or a hashtag Season of the Splicer or a hashtag Beyond Light. And as always, I am Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you in the next video.